but I was like, shit. If I wasn't covering this show, I might turn this shit off because it's just a travesty. It's just a travesty. But they did rally a bit, but then obviously bad decisions at the end. Coaching wise, game wise, give me your reactions as you watch this game. What were you thinking?
Yeah. Well, we should be 8-2. We should be 8-2. We have a coaching and a quarterback issue that's glaring more than anything. It's not that, Kirk is garbage, but Sherrone Moore has no idea what he's doing. Sherrone Moore is not the answer. I'm going to tell you guys that. I'm just going to be I know there's a lot of you probably feeling this way. There's a few of you who are like, no, it's not Sherrone. It's the offensive coordinator. Guys, I'm going to let you know his in-game decisions are terrible. These fucking timeouts, his the usage of Orji when, the first drive of the game, they throw Orji in there when Davis Warren driving the damn team down the field. In my opinion, and he's going to be back next year, he's not the guy. He is not the guy. And I do not, I said after week 2, after the Texas game, and I got some flack for this, but it turns out that I was very on point. I said, I do not trust this coaching staff. And there was a lot of people who said, oh, it's too early. No. This coaching staff is trash. And now, as it stands, week 10 now?
Yeah.
I am off the Sherrone Moore train.
Mm-hmm.
Get me the fuck off this train, bro, because it's not it. He does not know what he's doing. And I know it sucks because recruiting and Bryce and all this shit, the potential of Bryce, and hopefully Bama waxes LSU's ass tonight. We'll see. But at the end of the day, dude, no, he's not it. He's not it. He is not a CEO. He is a very good offensive line coach. He shows potential as an offensive coordinator, but he's not. Let's stop the Orji experiment now. I said this last week. I said to our audience, stop the Orji experiment. And what the fuck did we do today, dude? Orji. Was it not obvious? And what did I say I said, okay, they had success with Orji against Michigan State, but my concern is against a more competent team, this shit will get snuffed out. It was snuffed out, bro. It was never successful. I mean, there was one first down, I believe Orji got, but other than that, man, everything they did either killed drives, put us in longer distances behind the chains. Absolutely garbage, man.
Well, here's the incredible stats of Alex Orji tonight. 3 carries, 1 yard.
Yeah.
I believe that's because he got pulled back. There was some negative yardage at times too. Yep. So that's why it kind of rounded up at 1 yard. But I agree. I think it's time to end the Alex Orji. And look, and that's painful for me to say. If Keith was the captain of the Jack Tuttle fan club and Moose or UTJ or whoever was captain of the Davis Warren fan club, I was captain of the Alex Orji fan club. I love the dude. I thought he could provide some upside for the team. I was wrong. I'm prepared to eat some shit on that. I think with better coaching, he'd do better, though. I stand by that. However, not in this team, not in this situation. And when you're having success with one quarterback, the kiss of death is to go to a different one, unless you have a money play. There are times like Florida under Urban Meyer where they ran 2 quarterbacks successfully. There were times Michigan 2021 where they ran 2 quarterbacks successfully. You need to have the money plays and the execution to be on point if you're going to do that. It's not there. Davis Warren needs to play the whole game, period, end of story. Bad decisions include a field goal at the 2-yard line after you get gifted the most amazing field position. You're having a rough game. Your defense gifts you incredible field position, and you can't get there. You calls 2 straight runs. Granted, Donovan did have a better than usual run in second down, but you go for field goal there. Sherrone Moore, the guy who went for Harbaugh technically did, but Sherrone called the play against Alabama, a crucial 4th and 3rd in Michigan's own position where you miss it, you put the whole game on the line, right? what happened? Why there? The play calling, again, just boggled my mind, and I'm not giving Wink a pass. I'm sorry. People are tweeting at me. People are commenting, give Wink a pass. He did great this game. Bullshit, he did great this game. Absolutely not. Early in this game, you saw the exact same thing you've seen all season with the overuse of the blitz, with Indiana taking advantage of the overuse of the blitz with short passes, with these kind of screen passes that were just gashing Indiana was just gashing Michigan's defense. It was not just Kirk Campbell. It was not just Sherrone Moore. It was everybody who called plays tonight was terrible. And Wink, I will say, second half there were adjustments, but I can't defend this. I already said Kirk and Wink need to go. I'm officially saying with the timeout management, just he doesn't know. I don't think Sherrone knows the rules. I don't think Sherrone. I don't know if Sherrone has done now 2 challenges where I don't understand the challenges. The timeout usage is terrible. He doesn't know what he's doing, which means it's beyond a coordinator issue. It's a head coach issue.
Yeah.
He needs to go, and Ward and Sanaono should be on the phone tonight with Kurt Cignetti's agent. Period. End of story. It would be malpractice if they don't at least give Kurt Cignetti's agent a call tonight. Period.
Yeah, I mean, look, Kurt Cignetti. So I'm with you on everything. Like Sherrone's not going anywhere though.
I know.
He will be back next year.
I'm aware.
I know you are. I'm letting our audience know though. Like I'm letting our audience know, like he's not. They're gonna keep him another year. I do not feel at all like they're gonna move on from him. Although they should. He's not it. And we could go through another year of some tough times. Although, do I expect again an aggressive offseason? Absolutely. In terms of coaching additions, in terms of portal, in terms of closing out this recruiting class, absolutely. But I know we all know in the back of our minds, the leader at the helm, the captain of the ship, might not be it. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think he is it. Cignetti goes for it, John, on 4th and 12 because he didn't give a fuck. And at the end of the day, bro, he didn't respect Michigan, and he knew he was going to win that game. Now, granted, that game was a lot closer from where it looked when he went for it on 4th and 12. How about this, John? They don't use Mullins at all in the first half. Then they start using them heavy in the second half, but of course it goes nowhere. This Donovan Edwards experiment's wild as hell. It's just as wild as the Orji experiment, which goes to the head coach again. And again, we are in this mess because this coaching staff thought we had a quarterback this year. They thought we had wide receivers. John, we don't have a quarterback. We don't have wide receivers. We don't have a running back. Who's our running back, John? Ben Hall. I saw Ben Hall today.
Yeah, finally.
Jordan Marshall today.
Yeah, I was making a comment. I did say, hey, at least I'm seeing my boy Ben Hall. Jordan Marshall's getting some play. Okay, there is some. We're seeing some of the people that we've been screaming for. Yay, right? That's something. But unfortunately, it comes at the regression of Kalel Mullings and Donovan Edwards. So now I just don't know. I don't know, man.
The only thing. So here's the reality. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
All you can do is do your best with what you got. We have 2 more games. We got to win a game to get in the bowl season. Sherrone Moore has to take over play calling duties. If he does not take over play calling duties for the rest of the season, then it's an extremely large red flag that you do not have somebody who has a pulse on where things are. He does not grasp where things are. We've seen this from fall camp on. Actually, we've seen this from the mismanagement of the portal in April on. Every single step of the way, we've seen issues with Sherrone Moore and the way this program is being led. It's a problem. And in my opinion, and I'm not telling anyone to think or you guys do what you want in terms of like your opinion. But I'm going to tell you right now, like, I think pressure should be applied to the administration on this coaching situation and from the fan base. That's my opinion. This is bullshit. This team is better than that. We should be 8-2. We should be a Northwestern, Michigan, and Ohio State game away from potentially being a playoff team. We're not. And it's because this coaching staff has totally done a disservice to not only this program, but the fan base. And it's bullshit, bro. Straight up.
So here's what, I mean, very, very high level, right? You're really embedded in the recruiting stuff. You're keeping your ear to the ground. How on earth, like, I understand that the counter argument about Bryce Underwood and like the counter argument for Sherrone Moore, like, you got to keep Sherrone Moore because otherwise you might botch the Bryce Underwood recruitment. I don't know if that's true, number one, because I think that the package that they're putting together and some of the other things that they're doing, I don't know if that would 100% botch it. And number two, it depends on the personnel. Like if you somehow pull off Joe Sloan in some capacity, I don't know if that's possible anymore. But I feel like that there are things. But like at this point, is Bryce Underwood going to come to with this going on? I just like. I mean, I want him to. I'm all on the Bryce let's get him train. I loved seeing all the fans on Friday night going to Belleville and showing up and showing out. That was so cool. Loved it. But I mean, what's your take? You're on this recruiting stuff. Like what? I mean, this can't help. It matters.
It for sure does not help. It's definitely not a positive. The only way you could save it is if you do what USC did with Lincoln Riley, where they fired their coach and then before signing day they hire Lincoln Riley. You got to make a splash before signing day that totally shifts the attention of all these recruits. I mean, Damani Jackson was going to not sign with USC, and it was between Alabama and Michigan. But then they did a Hail Mary and they got Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. Like, you could try that with Cignetti. I don't know if he would, considering they're likely going to be a playoff team, because really Ohio State looks like the only loss for Indiana. Because and I'm going to be real with you too, watching this game, I think Ohio State's going to fucking smack Indiana. I don't think Indiana's going to, I don't think they will. Michigan, they should have ran all over us today. Michigan really didn't play well. We really didn't. So it's just not good, bro. I mean, like, here's the reality though. Will we get recruits? Will the class still close strong? It will, but for like a player like Bryce, no, it's not good, bro. It's not good. And then, I saw a comment in there. They're like, stop with this 2-loss stuff. What do you mean, bro? We should have beat Illinois. We should have beat Washington, and this game was winnable. So you tell me why you think I should stop with this. We should be 8-2 shit. If we had a quarterback and a coach, we would be 8-2. Who would? How about this, my friend? Call in. We will have an honest discussion. I will hear your position on it. But you mean to tell me if we had a quarterback and a coach, we wouldn't have beat Illinois and Washington, and then we couldn't have won tonight? We easily could have won tonight. So what are we talking about? We should be 8-2. We're not, because we have poor leadership. We have terrible coaches. We have positions at wide receiver, offense. Our offensive line's not even. We don't even talk. Our offensive line's not good, dude.
No,
this offensive line's not good. They get no run gaps. Period. Like, the program is the state of the program. There's optimism because we have the resources to build it, but there's a lot of negative shit, because the reality is that we don't have the players and we don't have the right captain running it. That's a problem. And we could go through another year of this shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I think next year will be better regardless, because we will get more better players. We'll get 2 portals. We will get a coaching staff. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to be pulling our damn hair out next year with these bullshit decisions Sherrone Moore's making, because he does not appear to have the ability to honestly lead and be a manager in a game. He's lacking that, in my opinion.
Positive news, because we need it. Positive news is that we are $1. So somebody who's going to be the one up. We already got it. Elisha just got us to our second hour of the show. Certified ball knower, Elisha Bowman. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We are now going guaranteed 2 hours, which will take us to like 10
920, right?
920. That's it.
Yeah,
Doing math here.
You're doing a lot, John.
Yeah. So anyway, so there we go. It's updated on the screen. Any final takeaways before we start addressing some of these incredible super chats that our community has been?
Yeah, Sherrone sucks.
Yep.
That's my final takeaway. He's garbage.
Yep.
He ain't it.
Yep.
And I stand by it. So anyone wants to pull receipts, laminate it, whatever. Prove me wrong, Sherrone. Prove me wrong. I hope you do. And just so you know, I hope you do, because I want our program good, and I do want you to succeed. But you're showing me on the field and with your game decisions, it's not, you're not it, man. And I'm sorry, bro. Like when we hired you, I was happy about it. But it's not good, bro. I got to call it as we see it. It's not good.
Somebody in the private chat is concerned about my well-being. I'm doing great. Thank you for that. I'm just kind of multitasking a little, as I normally do, but no, I'm actually fantastic. I'm having a great month right now. New lady in my life, career's going well, and obviously we've got an incredible community here, which does take a little bit of the sting off of these mind-boggling losses. But thank you for the concern, and all is good. Appreciate that. Let's go ahead and start hitting the super chats. We got 24 already. So callers, just be aware. You might just sit back, enjoy the show, get a beer, get a Chex Mix, get a pizza, whatever. If you're in Ann Arbor, get some NYPD, whatever. It's gonna be a while. We're doing super chats first, but we will get to calls. We're going 2 hours at least. Wolverine Casual with the 5. Congrats to Zeke Berry, yes. Cam Brandt, yes. TJ Guy, yes. Tyler Morris, yes. And Brandon Hillman, yes. Young guys that all played really well. Zeke bounced back. Zeke did bounce back. I saw that. He had a rough beginning, but I gotta say, one of the bright spots tonight towards the end were the players that Wolverine Casual's mentioning here with the $5 super chat. And yes, leader, this week's leader and best, Dominic Zavada, having another sensational, and I believe a career, or at the very least a season tying 56-yard field goal. Very exciting. Zavada has single-handedly kept us in some games, or tried to, in spite of the idiotic, boneheaded coaching decisions. So yes.
Zavada for Heisman. Let it be known. #Zavada for Heisman. If the Lions didn't have a kicker, I want him as our kicker. He's legit, man. He's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that would. Yeah. I think somebody in the NFL is going to get one hell of a kicker.
No, for sure. He's going to the league. He will be a very good kicker in the NFL.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Wolverine Casual. We are 91 to go for hour three and 191 for hour 4. I think it's safe to say this is going to be another long one.
10-hour show.
And let's make it happen. All of you guys and your generosity will keep this rolling. Remember, it's $100 for each additional hour, and that can be super chats, super stickers, membership. If you want to buy your own membership, or if you want to gift others and be the Oprah, like Detective Loki and Tom Bouchard and Moose, you can gift gift members as well. GT, our buddy, a friend of the network, GT with the 5. That last timeout summed up the entire season of coaching for more Indecision. It took him way too long to
know what he's doing.
Call that timeout.
Doesn't know what he's doing.
Yep.
Doesn't know what he's doing. And then, like you talked about, John, settling for a field goal when you're inside the fucking 10-yard line. And I don't mean to swear, but it is. I swear it is what it is. But what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing?
That's a great question. That is a great question, TJ. That's one for the scholars. I don't know, because I have no earthly idea what we're doing. Sherrone, hey, do you know? Supposed to be running this team, making millions.
Bro, I'll tell you right now. When did you guys see? I'm sure you guys did. You guys see that shot where they had Sherrone Moore? I think it was after the timeout, and he had his arms folded.
Yep.
He
Bad.
looked so in over his head.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, like, again, I want to stress this. I do want Sherrone to succeed. Like, I think he is, as an individual, he's sweet. But as a coach, he's not. He's just, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks. But it's just, sometimes you just got to, like, call it as it is, bro. And that's what we do on this show. Like, we're not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to, you know, like I said, when I told you week 2, I didn't trust this coaching staff. It, you know, like, I didn't want to say that. But, like, it's how it looked. We call it as we see it. And here we are, week 10. I don't want to say it, but here we are. Sherrone Moore is not it. That's what it is, man.
GT follows it up with a 10. Thank you, GT, for everything you do for us.
Thank you.
My takeaways. Loved seeing some fire and emotion from Moore. At times, yeah,
He tried.
Still not enough for my liking. I saw him some bad body language. It reminded me of Urban Meyer 2018. I hate to bring that up.
You see him hanging over. He was like this.
He was hanging. Urban Meyer 2018. I hate to bring that up, but it reminded me of that. I wish some smarts came with it. Warren's throws are good, bad, and ugly. Red zone execution was painful. Zvada, MVP, absolutely. Zvada for Heisman, leader and best, 100%. I wanted the Sherrone Moore. Okay, so the reason I was excited, and some people, since we have 500 on the line listening right now, some people probably weren't there when I said I was very excited for Sherrone Moore because what he showed in that stretch back half of 2023, and in particular, I loved the Penn State game. I loved the post-game interview that he did. The fire, the intense, the passion, I loved it. And I was like, I want that dude as my head coach. Clearly, just maybe too much of a learning curve for first-year head coach to be at this level of program. I don't know. I thought that learning under Harbaugh would be enough. Given that he was the head coach in waiting for at least that last year and maybe longer. So you'd think that there'd be more that was absorbed from Harbaugh and others.
You know, Harbaugh won us a natty, but we are here because of him. You know? Sherrone was his pick. He also gutted the program. He also didn't recruit for shit for 2 years. He also flirted with the NFL every year, hurting recruiting, never went after a quarterback, strictly went after Dante Moore, swung and fucking missed. Like, as much as I do love Harbaugh, man, and appreciate that national championship, and yeah, I would take this for a national championship. So it is what it is. We lay in our bed here. Mm-hmm. But again, we call it as it is. Harbaugh is no doubt a cause to where we are. It is what it is, though. We just got to push through it.
Absolutely. So just continuing on, thank you, everybody. Another one from Wolverine Casual, $5. Sadly, Underwood looks pretty happy visiting LSU. Is the Miller Moss Michigan thing real?
Yes.
Yep. It is.
Conte, yeah.
For 2 reasons. One, I think, given the fact that Miller Moss was in a system that was so reliant on him and so pass heavy with Lincoln Riley's kind of pseudo air raid system, I think he actually wouldn't mind having some support in the run game. Maybe a better O-line, hypothetically.
Or run game. I'm just being an a-hole, John. But I'm messing. But like, contact's been made.
Yeah.
Agents have been talked to. We'll just say that.
Yeah. Number 2, he was, I believe, Harbaugh was looking at him way back when in 21.
Yeah.
He was on the board.
And I'll say this right now. Let's say we swing and miss on Bryce Underwood. Let's just say that happens, right? I would be happy with Miller Moss. Miller Moss is a good quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's a very good quarterback. And he's not the reason why USC sucks. Like, this is another one of those things where USC has a coaching problem right now. They also have a defensive problem. and the team isn't well coached, and they're blaming the quarterback who actually has played pretty well, and he's put in some positions of duress. Now, Michigan needs to make sure they put a team, which I feel confident, which I want to stress this. This is no homer bias, but like I really am confident that Michigan's going to crush this portal. The money is allocated. They're ready. They're ready to do what they need to do. Okay. That's why I'm confident. Where I do lack confidence is our coaching situation. But let's see what coordinators are hired. Coaches are being fired, guys. I promise you that. Their coaches are being fired. There's no way. Sherrone, his ass is on that seat is already warm. Year one, the seat is warm. It is. He's not lasting 2 years like this. He knows that. And also, I got some more bad news, John. I was corrected and I was wrong. I was wrong about Ward Manuel.
He has another year, doesn't he?
His contract goes to 2026, not 2025. I was wrong.
So we're stuck.
Yeah, we're stuck with him.
Cool.
At least. So, and that sucks. So
all right.
So let me just fully acknowledge I was wrong. My intent is to not be wrong. I don't bring things to the table on the show. That's incorrect. I really was under the impression he did have one more year. My impression was he was going to be up in the summer of 25. It turns out it's going to be June of 26.
Yeah, June 30. I just saw it.
A commenter corrected me on one of our videos. So, I'll own it. My mistake. My intent is to not bring misinformation to this channel like that, because I know we were all myself included, was looking forward to a new AD. So we're stuck with him for another year. Sherrone's going to be here another year. We got to hope for very strong coaching hires. And I'll tell you this. And let me just say, here's some good news. As pissed as we are, the donors are not happy about the results. They really do expect playoff. They really do expect playoff contention every year. They really do. And I know this. And John, I know you know this. I know you know what I know. And so that's good. That's good. That's important. At least we have that. So
yeah. And look, I mean,
fucking Detective Loki.
We'll get to that down the line here. Thank you, Detective Loki, though, for the money. But look, we're gonna get things wrong sometimes. I have gotten more things wrong than I eat shit all the time, right? We do, but we're calling our shots on
all right, Florida State
television. Fan. So here we go.
Dog shit, bro.
Oh man, we're getting in. Somebody from Florida State has the gall to chop it up with us right now. Is that what you're saying?
No, you said I eat shit all the time. I said, okay, Florida State fan. Have you not seen what these kids on Florida State's college campus?
I got you. I got you now. Yep.
They're trying to break the curse, so they're eating dog shit. Like it's
I remember. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but like,
yeah,
you want your football team to be good, so I get it. But
I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Scumbag, or as I say, not scumbag, Steve. Both teams were disappointing today. Let's be honest. Indiana probably doesn't have a great chance against OSU. And by the way, I don't fully agree that it's going to be a blowout. I think that OSU has problems that Indiana will exploit to keep it close. I think Ohio State will win the game. I think Indiana's going to keep. I think you take the under. You take Indiana to cover. But Ohio State straight up is what I would do, because I think Ohio State will win the game. But there are problems. They played a 1-win team today. So congratulations on blowing out the worst Purdue team in history. Congratulations. But Indiana's no joke. And I think they're gonna fight, and they're gonna come with stuff specially prep for that game.
I don't know.
I do think Ohio will pull it off, though.
I'll say this: is it possible? Is it in Ohio or is it at Indiana? Do we know that?
I believe.
Because I'll say, after watching today, I really don't think Indiana is going to beat Ohio State. Now, Is it possible Indiana plays to the level of competition? And do I think our defense is better than Ohio State's? Yes, although our coach sucks. But the talent's better on our end.
It's at Ohio. It's at the shoe. So
no, I don't. If I had to put money on it, I'd pick Ohio State.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get my beer opener because I forgot.
All right. I'll rock through a couple of more of these here. All right. Thank you, Scumbag Steve, Elisha, John, and TJ. My head hurts watching Michigan play. Facts. Look at mine. I'm all over the fucking place right now. AJ Ransom. Is this a new one? If this is your first super chat, I want to say thank you. Welcome to the Michigan at the Voice of College Football channel. Appreciate your super chat. Defense played their asses off in the second half. Offense is abysmal. Kirk has to go. Also may need to look at a punter as well. You're not wrong. But defense needs to play a whole game when the offense is this bad and when the play calling from Kirk Campbell is this bad. You can't be going all out blitz all the time. I mean, the amount of over-aggression, it does. I know that the base system is different from Don Brown. It's giving me Don Brown vibes, how easily Indiana and others have been able to exploit the over-aggressiveness, especially in the first half of this game. So I get it, though. I get it. We're looking for any positivity, any rays of light. I understand. Second half was better. I'll give you that. Offense is abysmal. Kirk has to go. I'm okay if he wants to coach quarterbacks. I'm not okay with him running the offense. So I'm with you on that. And yeah, look at a punter. Yeah, 100%. Let's get a punter. Let's get one of those Australian rugby punters, and let's get a 30-year-old punter, and let's go.
The good news is kickers and punters are easy to get because a lot of teams don't like to waste resources on those. So we can get one pretty easy. You know, like we got James Turner the year prior. We got Zavada this year. It's not hard to get a punter. I do not have a beer bong.
Yeah, Texas Wolverine here throwing it down. If you do a beer bong, I will throw down $100. So,
you know what you should, Texas? You should throw $100 to get Sherrone fired, and what we'll do is say it publicly so more people hear it. We'll start a movement. Where's Ripstar? I know Ripstar's always trying to start
Ripstar's on here in a little bit. Yeah.
Let's start the Fire Sherrone movement. Let's go, dog. You're the king of movement. Let's go.
Ripstar, this will be one of the few I highlight that's a regular comment, but I love the Chili's thing. I think that's always, hang out at Chili's.
Black tie event last night.
What was that?
There was a black tie event at the Chili's last night.
Yes.
The black tie event.
Yes. Very exclusive. Baby back ribs on the house for this event. But yeah, I love it because Ripstar doesn't specify which Chili's. He just says the meetup is at the Chili's. Like everybody knows exactly which Chili's it is. It's hilarious. GT with the 5. Somewhere out there, Chris Weber is saying thank you to Moore for calling that timeout. Now he has the second worst one in history. Good Lord.
Too soon, GT. It's like over 20 years ago. Yeah, I mean, shit, Sherrone.
Yeah, that was rough. The timeout, the clock management, just the challenges that are like, what's he seeing in the challenges?
Or the usage of players. What are we doing? Why do they believe in Edwards so much?
Yeah, it's very clear when you put Edwards and Mullings in parallel, identical plays, who gets you more yards. Even if it's 1 or 2, those matter. Kalel gets you an extra 1 or 2 pretty consistently with the exact same play designs. Okay, why would you then go with Donovan?
I'm going to say this. This is the most disappointed I've been in this team all year. And this is the most frustrated I've been with this team after a game. Because it's bad, dude. You know, like it's not good. We're in a situation where it's not good. Like we know it's not good. We know it's been a tough year, but it's very it's concerning. We reached a point of concerning, for sure. This is a concerning. This isn't like a quick fix. We have a problem here. you know?
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you, GT, for that little bit of humor here in this this night of soul searching. Elisha with the 5. Someone tell Kirk and Wink. Elisha's going the Nick route today. I feel like someone tell Kirk and Wink that Halloween is over. So stop dressing up as coaches. Also, how is Quentin Johnson getting more playing time than Hillman? Dude was cracking. Yes, he was. I literally, when something makes my notes, like Hillman has some notable, like he was looking good tonight. I wish we could see him more. I don't know. Like this question, Elisha, could be applied to so many players in so many of the position groups. Why is this one getting more playing time than that one? My only thought is that in practice, I know, but in practice, the other one is shining more. It's the only thing I can think of. Or someone's getting promised something. Those are the only possible outcomes, because you'd think these coaches know ball. You'd think. And when you evaluate you're looking for these things, and you see the game film, they must be putting too much weight on practice is the only, and that might be giving them too much credit. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only reason why I think Evan Link stayed so long before he got benched. He's come back and done better, but why Judice stayed so long at center? Maybe he was killing it at practice over Crippen. I just, that's the only thought, the only answer I have. Is there another one I'm missing, TJ? Because that's all I can think of.
No.
Yeah.
It's insane, the players. We talked about it.
Yeah.
It's insane, the player rotation. It's insane. And what's crazy is, like, we have said where things should go, what direction, and they do finally make those adjustments. But, like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand the Makari Page situation. I don't understand the Donovan Edwards situation. I don't understand what they do at offensive line at times. I don't understand the Alex Orji usage. I don't get it, bro. Like, it doesn't even look good. I don't understand. Like, metrically, it cannot be good. It doesn't look good on film. So what the hell are they looking at, bro? Doesn't make sense. Even the metrics are shit. The metrics are shit. You have Evan Link. When they were starting Evan Link was terrible. The metrics were terrible, but they're still playing the kid, and it wasn't good on film either. So I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know if maybe they just like them personally. Maybe there's deals behind the scenes. I don't know, but like I literally am out of.
I know you're thinking of what it could be. Well, if it's anything, I mean, I don't know.
It might be some stupid shit.
Sherrone's got one more year. Sherrone's got one more year, and it is what it is, man. You know, he's got one more year.
Honest question before we get to Loki, our buddy Loki. If Michigan does, I know this is like, I wish I could be more positive. I wish I could be asking positive questions. The reality is, here's where we are. If Michigan goes 5-7, are they still, honest to God, keeping Sherrone Moore if they don't make a bowl?
I want the answer to be no, but I think they will. I don't think they're going to get rid of him after 1 year. I really don't.
Because they want to give him a real offseason.
I don't think they want to buy him out after 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't think they do. And I think you're right. I think, especially when you have a Ward Manual is going to say, well, he didn't have a full offseason. You know how he goes.
Yep. Any excuse to do less work, he's going to take it.
Yep.
We have been very for 2 years. We have been we have told you the straight dope about the truth that we call our shots. Sometimes we whiff. I think we've been spot on Ward. And yeah, he takes the easy way out as often as he can. And anyway, Loki with the 2 here felt like Loveland barely played. Where was he? So Loveland did get taken out on a couple of occasions that I noticed, probably just to give him a rest. He was used as a blocker on a couple of occasions, and normally you don't, because he's utilized so much in the passing game, you don't notice that as much. but Loveland was blocking a little bit more. I saw, and you know, he did have. I mean, look, he did catch the ball. You know, he had he still had the most receiving yards. Now, granted, it was by one. He had 37 receiving yards. Tyler Morris, right there with 36. He's having another career game at 36 passing yards. So he played, but not as much as we usually see.
This is I'm telling you, the most frustrated and disappointed I've been on the team.
Agree.
Like I'm pissed. I'm pissed and I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I'm pissed and I'm stuck. There's nothing we can do. We got to ride it out and just hope for a strong offseason. And it sucks.
Texas Wolverine with the 5 proposing an idea to the coaching staff. Why don't we put Orji at tight end or H-back? Yeah. He could be Hernandez 2.0, but with less bro on bro. Not that there's anything wrong with that, lol, or wide receiver. I don't hate it. No, he has speed.
He needs a position change. He's not a quarterback. Experiment over. Done. Move him to tight end like you did. You know, Gentry, the former New Mexico quarterback who made it to the league, or put his ass at linebacker. He is not a quarterback. Period.
Yeah. And I have to agree, despite being a big proponent of Orji, I think